Anne, take these lessons to Gilbert Blythe. He'll be missing class for a time, and I don't want him falling too far behind. He's my best student.
Why is he missing class?
That is none of your concern. Now hurry along. Scat!
It's been a while, but we are happy to return to a wonderful world of Anne from Green Gables. Now, in this short clip we just watched, we saw the teacher is asking Anne a favor. He wants her to bring some lessons to a student who has been missing classes so he doesn't fall behind. In this context, it refers to Gilbert's studies, but you can also use it regarding your work projects.
Why is he missing class?
That is none of your concern. Now hurry along. Scat!
What the teacher said, it was none of Anne's concern. What he actually meant is that she shouldn't be bothered by it, so she shouldn't be asking questions. It's the same as saying it's none of your business. And finally, he ends up being very rude to Anne by telling her to scat. Scat means go away, and it is often said to animals like cats. You will learn these words and many other words and expressions in today's lesson. And if you want to remember them forever, you should also use our flashcards, exclusive flashcards that we created for you for free on our Real Life English app. The link to that set of flashcards will be in the description to this video, but I will come back to it later to tell you more. So let's get into the lesson by first watching the clip with the subtitles and then learning with it.
Finally.
Sorry to make you wait. Gilbert is out back chopping wood. What wonderful red hair. You're the Cuthbert's new charge, aren't you?
Yes.
I've heard nice things about you. And how is Marilla? Still feisty, I hope?
Dad, what are you doing? You shouldn't be walking.
My son worries too much. It seems this young lady has urgent business with you. I'll go inside now.
I'll fetch you a chair.
No, I'll go on my own. Thank you, son. It was nice to meet you. Give my kind regards to Marilla.
I will. Of course, Mr. Blythe.
Now, in this scene, you see Anne and Gilbert. Their relationship in the show is a complex and captivating journey from childhood rivals to eventual soulmates. Their initial interactions are marked by playful academic competition. A soulmate is someone who completely understands you and with whom you feel a deep connection. When you find your soulmate, it might feel like you've known each other your whole life, even if you just met.
Sorry to make you wait. Gilbert is out back chopping wood. What wonderful red hair.
Remember that the setting of Anne with an E is the late 19th century, so chopping wood would have been a common chore. Back in the day, wood was the primary source of fuel for heating homes and cooking, so chopping is cutting wood into smaller pieces. You may know the construction of what an adjective plus noun, like in what a wonderful day or what a great idea. You may have noticed, though, that there was no article in this sentence. What wonderful red hair. Why so? Hair is an uncountable noun. We don't usually count it, so we cannot say a hair. Another common example would be what great news instead of what a great news. However, you can use the word piece to make it countable. What a great piece of news. By the way, a variation of such red hair is called auburn. Auburn hair has this darker reddish-brown color.
You're the Cuthbert's new charge, aren't you?
Yes.
A new charge, that's how Mr. Blythe called Anne, is a slightly old-fashioned word. In the modern English, in the context of adopting a new child, you would use the words like a new adoptee or a foster child.
And how is Marilla? Still feisty, I hope?
Did you hear the word house in his question? Well, that's because how is said with a connected speech here, and it really sounds like the word house, just with the z sound. House. And how's Marilla?
And how is Marilla? Still feisty, I hope?
Do you happen to know some woman, maybe among your relatives, who would have a strong personality and show such qualities as determination and independence? Well, you might fairly call her feisty. Feisty is also someone full of energy and not easily intimidated.
Arthur, have you always been this feisty?
She's feisty. I love that. Yeah. Dad, what are you doing? You shouldn't be walking.
My son worries too much. It seems this young lady has urgent business with you, I'll...
Sometimes you cannot understand what natives ask you because exactly in the questions there are so many patterns of connected speech. That's why it's so important to learn them. So let's break them down.
Dad, what are you doing?
The T sound stands between the two vowels and turns into a D sound. What are you? You gets reduced to ya. What are ya? What are ya? Doing loses its nasal sound at the end, so it's just the N sound that we hear. Doing. Listen and repeat. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Dad, what are you doing?
My son worries too much. It seems this young lady has urgent business with you, I'll...
If you have some urgent business with someone, you have important matters with them that require immediate attention. Here in the scene, we can see that it was used with a touch of irony because obviously there is some connection developing between Anne and Gilbert, and it was so wise of Mr. Blythe to use this trick and not to embarrass young people.
Go inside now.
I'll fetch you a chair.
And I'll go on my own. Thank you, son.
You would more commonly hear the word fetch in British English. It means to go and get something. The most common usage today is in the context of training dogs to fetch objects like balls or sticks. And here's Larry from the Night at the Museum movie asks a dinosaur to fetch a bone.
Go inside now.
I'll fetch you a chair.
And I'll go on my own. Thank you, son.
When you do something on your own, you do it without help or assistance from others.
It was nice to meet you. Give my kind regards to Marilla.
The combination of letters T plus Y often results in the sound ch, and that's what happens in this common phrase, nice to meet you. So let's practice saying it together. To is reduced to ta, nice to, nice to. And meet you is pronounced as meet you. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Give my kind regards to Marilla.
I will.
The phrase, give my kind regards to someone, was commonly used in letters, but it was also pretty appropriate in a face-to-face conversations, especially in such historic setting. In modern English, we may say this instead. Give my best to someone. Say hi to someone for me. Tell someone I said hello. Check out these expressions in the examples.
Give my best to Roger.
Beth.
Hi, Dad. Say hi to Dr. Lipinski for me.
Tell him I said hello.
So now let's have a short break and I will tell you how you can use our flashcards to learn and review all the words and expressions from today's lesson. Do you remember the meaning of the words fetch and feisty? If you want to understand these words next time you watch a movie in English or next time you have an English conversation, I have a perfect solution for you. We've made an exclusive set of flashcards just for you for free on the Real Life app. It's the perfect way to review and remember all the important vocabulary from this lesson. We use something called the spaced repetition system. It's like a smart algorithm that knows when you're about to forget a word and brings it back for review right on time. Just regularly practice for 10-15 minutes and you'll always have the right words at the tip of your tongue when you need them in real conversations. Ready to get started? Then using your phone, click on the link in the description to this video to go straight to the flashcards, or simply search for Real Life English in your favorite app store.
Those for me? Well, it's kind of you to bring them by.
Mr. Phillips doesn't want you falling behind.
I don't either. If you're gonna beat me in class, I want you to do it fair and square.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. I'll see you.
So we know from the scene that Anne was asked by their teacher to bring some books to Gilbert, right? What's the difference between bringing the books and bringing the books by? I'll give you a moment to think. Bring something by is a more casual way to say deliver, to bring it to a specific place, and it often suggests a friendly gesture. It may also imply a short visit. In many cases, bring and bring by can be used interchangeably without significantly changing the meaning.
Well, it's kind of you to bring them by.
Mr. Phillips doesn't want you falling behind.
I don't either.
Gilbert thanks Anne for bringing the books by saying, "It's kind of you to bring them by." It's the same as saying, "Thank you for being so kind and bringing my books." Other examples would be, "It's very kind of you to offer your help." "It was really kind of you to pick me up from the airport." "It was so kind of you to take care of my plants while I was away." Do you remember why the teacher asked Anne to bring those books? We have the same phrasal verb here, so just to review, to fall behind means not to keep up with the pace or make less progress than others.
Mr. Phillips doesn't want you falling behind.
I don't either.
By saying, "I don't either," Gilbert means that he doesn't want to fall behind too. So either, or another variant of pronunciation is either, is used in negative sentences instead of also or to. Let's practice it with some other examples. Respond to me by using the word either. "I don't like horror movies." "I haven't watched Dune Episode 2. "I didn't go to the party last night."
If you're gonna beat me in class, I want you to do it fair and square.
The phrase "beat someone" is often associated with the competition and a desire to be the best.
Nice to meet you.
Actually, we met. You beat me the other day.
Gilbert says he wants to beat Anne fair and square. That means without cheating. The idiom fair and square combines two words with meanings that reinforce each other. Fair means honest, and square means following the rules.
I didn't overrule you on the other. I beat you fair and square.
No, you didn't.
You're right. I cheated. Like you.
Amazing job, guys. I'm sure you'll nail today's test. So let's watch the clip one more time without subtitles and answer some quiz questions.
Finally.
Sorry to make you wait. Gilbert is out back chopping wood.
What was Gilbert doing when Anne came to visit him? Walking in the wood, making fire with wood, cutting wood in smaller pieces.
What wonderful red hair. You're the Cuthbert's new charge, aren't you?
Yes.
I've heard nice things about you. And how is Marilla? Still feisty, I hope?
A person described as feisty is someone who gets into fighting a lot, is full of energy and determination, looks extremely healthy and well.
Dad, what are you doing? You shouldn't be walking.
My son worries too much. It seems this young lady has urgent business with you. I'll go inside now.
I'll fetch you a chair.
No, I'll go on my own. Thank you, son. It was nice to meet you. Give my kind regards to Marilla.
I will. Of course, Mr. Blythe.
What does the phrase, give my kind regards to, mean? It is a polite way to say, tell someone I said hello.
That's for me? Well, it's kind of you to bring them by.
Mr. Phillips doesn't want you falling behind.
I don't either.
By saying I don't either, Gilbert means that he thinks that he will fall behind due to missed classes. Will not fall behind despite the missed classes. Doesn't want to fall behind because of missed classes.
If you're gonna beat me in class, I want you to do it fair and square.
What do you hear? Fair and square? Fair not square? Fair scared. Thank you for learning with us today, and remember to review all the words and expressions with the flashcards on our Real Life English app. Using your phone, click on the link in the description to get started. If you enjoyed this lesson and want to learn more, I will meet you in this lesson next.
Questions of what subject?
You may choose the subject.
What do you think about me?
Pardon?
Well, you seem disinterested at best. Which is your prerogative, but I'd like to know if the person that I'm being guilted into marrying truly likes me or not.
If my attitude offends you, I do apologize. It was not my intent.